What up, free bosses? In this video, you're gonna learn a few tips and tricks on how to become a remote worker. But first, I'm Ian, and I'm here with Nathan Hirsch from FreeUp. Nathan, thanks for jumping on this video with me.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
For sure. So tell everyone, what is freeup.com?
Sure, so freeup.com with 3 E's is a marketplace for the top 1% of remote workers. We match remote workers up with clients from all around the world. We have workers from all around the world as well. We do a lot of e-commerce, marketing, customer service, you name it. If you have a skill that you can do online, we're the platform to be to get reliable and great clients.
Yeah, so and just to give you a little bit of backstory, I am actually a worker for FreeUp, and I also hire workers through FreeUp. So I kind of ride on both sides of the fence. And actually, a lot of people do that. They are a worker and they provide services and they get their clients through the platform FreeUp, and then they also will hire workers off FreeUp as well. So I mean, it's an awesome platform. I'm a huge fan of it, and I'm just excited that Nathan is here to kind of chat about it and kind of give you guys some insight onto how you can go about this transition from being a restaurant server or working in retail to becoming your own remote worker, becoming your own boss, and being able to work from home, basically.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And it's really exciting for me because when I started the business, it was back in a time where no one really knew what remote workers was. So I started off hiring a lot of college students. I took a lot of people that were working at the school bookstore or working at a restaurant and kind of turned them into people who could process orders, who could sell products, who could make listings, and really find a niche that every single person could focus on and really be good at. So what I recommend doing, if you've never worked online before, is really key in on a few different skills you can work on. You don't want to spread yourself too thin. You want to focus on marketing or writing or some type of advertising or just order placement, whatever it is, something that you can really dive deep and get really good at. So once you identify the skill or the group of skills you want to focus on, you also want to focus on communication and attitude because that's what every client is looking for. So I always preach the 3 pillars: skills, communication, attitude. You can learn the skills, but the attitude and communication have to be there along the way, or else no one's going to want to hire you, even for a short-term contract.
Awesome. Yeah, that's really important. Those three pillars, remember that. So how would you say, what's like your best tip that you would give a restaurant server right now? You know, obviously they need to be a restaurant server full-time in order to pay their bills and everything. How would you recommend they go through this transition of serving to learning this skill that they can offer as a remote worker to then becoming a full-time remote worker?
Sure, so there's so many YouTube videos, free videos, courses, even paid courses that you can buy to teach you a particular skill. And education, knowledge is power. The more time that you invest into yourself, the better. So spend days, spend weeks, spend even months mastering some skill and then offer it to the world. Find different clients, different people that you can even work for free or experiment on or work at a low rate just to get in the door, to get that experience, to get that reference. And that's really how you get started with anything. The other side of it would be networking, pulling out past contacts, other business owners you know that might know other people looking for a skill set or a temporary worker or something along those lines just to really get your foot in the door.
So how would you recommend, if they don't know their skill set that they want to go after, how could they kind of find out what skill set? Like, should they let the demand of the market dictate what skill set they learn, or should they go with more of their passion and go with whatever skill set that they would be more passionate about?
Yeah, it's a little bit of both. I would start out with what you're passionate about, because if you don't care about what you're doing, you're not going to have success. You're not going to enjoy it. And what's the point of quitting your restaurant job just to move on to something you're not going to like just because there's a high demand out there for it? I almost equate it to being an accountant. I have a lot of friends that are accountants, and I hate accounting, and I could probably do it and make a steady income, but I would hate every day of it. So I really like to focus and encourage people to focus on areas they're passionate about and kind of break it down to the basics. Do you like writing? Do you like talking to people? Do you like editing videos? What part of the world do you actually enjoy spending time doing? What kind of people do you like surrounding yourself with? So I would really focus on that and then also do that market research. See, is there actual demand for it? Are these jobs being replaced by technology, or do they actually require a human to be there at most times?
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, if you can do both, if you can see the market demand for that and then you also are passionate about it, then that would be ultimately a home run. That's kind of like what I did was I learned a bunch of skills. I mean, I was kind of all over the board. I learned all different levels and different forms of marketing, whether it's video editing, graphic design, Facebook ads, sales funnels, copywriting, email blasts and email marketing, web dev. I kind of like learned all of it because at first it was just the reason why I learned it is because a client they hit me up and they said, hey, I need this done. Can you do this? And I was like, okay, yeah, I'll figure out how to do that. So you may have times like that. But what would you say is like a good, so when they're not serving and they're not doing their full-time job, what would you say is a good free time percentage breakdown of how they need to be spending those free hours that they have?
Definitely. So one thing I like to target is different e-commerce sites or different services that they're online. Start experimenting and testing out other websites. Go through their checkout. Check out how they're doing their marketing. Just kind of learn how other people are doing it, what the industry standards are. Then find videos of people that can kind of break down those skills and put them into layman's terms. Because a lot of times it'll be really complicated, or you'll see a Facebook ad that goes by and you won't really understand what the purpose of it is, what they're trying to accomplish. And try to really figure that out, because it's one thing to learn how to do something, and it's another thing to learn the reason why. And the why is so important. And I mean, on my side, I don't add anyone to my internal team unless they understand that why, in addition to be able to doing those skills. So being able to look at what the other people are doing, learn that why, and then finding courses that are relevant, classes, free videos that can actually teach you step by step how to go about it and how to master it better than the average person.
So it sounds like what Nate is saying is you look at the big picture first, and you look at it from 30,000 feet up in the air, and you see the whole why of like the whole business model and how the business can achieve more clients and sales and things like that. And then you want to go down into more of a micro level, and you want to hone in on those exact skills and abilities. Is that kind of what you're...
Absolutely. And what you'll find is that once you understand the big picture and you zone in and find one or two things that you're good at, you can do what Ian's doing and build a team around you of all the other little things that you might not specialize in, but you actually understand, and you can guide and you can manage and lead people to do those things. And then all of a sudden you're offering this big picture to different clients.
Right. Right. And that's the beauty of once you land a client, not only can you upsell that client and offer that client other services and kind of get your foot more in the door and really be their go-to kind of agency, because you're acting as that project manager to get those tasks done.
Yeah, I mean, I really like it. The people that can only do one particular thing over and over again, yes, they might find work and be able to pay the bills, but they're never going to take it to that next level. You don't gain that ultimate freedom. The people that do are the people that know what they're really good at and can also manage and find people around them and be able to vet and get access to talented people to really bring that whole picture to the client. Because when you're dealing with the client and all of a sudden that ability to upsell is there, if you can't do it, you're missing out. They're going to go somewhere else. They're still going to get the work done. You need to be able to capitalize when that stuff happens, because clients always have things that come up here and there that are unexpected that you can capitalize on.
So what do you think about this, Nate? If somebody was going through this transition, let's say that they did this. They went from serving tables or working in a retail store or at a dead-end office job, whatever the current job is. They go from that to then they go from learning those specific skills that they're offering just straightforward with their client. They're fulfilling the skills themselves and they're doing this production work. Then as they start to grow a client base and upsell those clients and get referrals from their clients, then they can start to kind of sub out some of that work and build a team around them and then kind of transition. I mean, that's pretty much what I did.
Absolutely. I mean, I can't tell you how many freelancers on the marketplace, they had a job they didn't like. They spent the time in research into learning something very well. Then all of a sudden they got their foot in the door with an opportunity here, an opportunity there, offer themselves at a low price, finish some projects, learned a lot, found some mentors, and then started with a part-time job on nights and weekends and slowly transitioned out of that full-time job to where they're doing this full-time. And then the step after that is to really become a business owner and hire those team and those members around you to take it to the next level.
Yeah, I 100% agree. And what I would say is in the beginning, when you're really just starting this transition process, and you need to look at this like a transition process, like it's just a matter of time, 6 months to a year, because that way you're going to be hustling hard during this transition process. I mean, you're going to be working your full-time job, and then you're going to have your side hustle that you're trying to grow. And you need to look at it as temporary, but you also need to look at educating yourself on this skill as work, as the work itself. So when you're doing your education and you're watching these videos and you're learning all about that skill that you've chosen, look at it as work, and that way you'll take it more seriously and you'll actually put in the time on the weekends and on the days that you're not working during the week.
I look at it as you're a business. Once you become a freelancer, that's really what you are. You have to take into account expenses, things you have to buy. You have to figure out investments, where you can invest in yourself, where you can invest in networking and getting clients. Maybe pay that $15 to attend an event or a conference and go there and meet a lot of great people. And then also as a business, as you continue to grow, so you're not just a one-man operation, and you can really have that agency approach. And all the freelance marketplaces, including FreeUp and Upwork and all them out there, allow you to do that. I mean, that's really the difference between an employee and a contractor, is you have that ability to give work to other people while still delivering the end product and treating yourself as a business more than just an employee.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I mean, tell us about FreeUp. So how is FreeUp different than Upwork and Freelancer and all those different platforms out there?
Yeah, so I mean, you can go on all those platforms if you're a client and you post a job and you get a lot of applicants, you interview them one by one, and it takes forever as a business owner. And I've been hiring people for over 9 years, and one day I just got frustrated with how much time and energy it took up. So I wanted to create a marketplace that was faster and more efficient. So FreeUp, we get hundreds of applicants every week from contractors trying to get into the network. We have a great interview process based on my 8 years of hiring, guidelines of marketplace policies about communication and things that I know clients like, that our workers have to memorize and get tested on. And then once you're in the network, we get you access to clients from all over the world, and we get you jobs quickly. We're a fast hire marketplace. Interviews are limited to 10 to 15 minutes. You get clients fast. And on the client side, we're also insurance against turnover. So our workers rarely quit. We try to make sure that we only get the top people that are really committed to their clients. But if workers leave in the middle of the project or anything like that, we cover all retraining, all replacement costs, and get our clients new workers right away. So our clients know they're protected, our workers know they're protected, and it really leads to a great working environment on both sides.
Yeah, it's awesome. And what I've always told a lot of workers that I bring onto the platform myself is do an amazing job. Your very first goal should be to just wow your clients and impress them so much, over deliver on all your promises to just get them so happy with your work, because then what happens is the clients then tell the team at FreeUp, and then the next time that FreeUp has another client that needs those skills and abilities that you offer, guess who FreeUp is going to send that client to? You, of course. You're going to be the top of their priority list because they know that you're a legit worker, you care about customer service, you care about actually delivering great results, and so you really want to not only go above and beyond to keep that client happy, but you also want to go above and beyond because you'll know that FreeUp is going to be sending you more clients and more work.
And it actually gets better than that. I have so many workers that they'll go out, they'll make a client really happy, and that client will go out and tell every other person they know about him, and all of a sudden those people will sign up at FreeUp and request that particular person, and we'll just send it right to them. And it's just, you just got an easy, quick client, boom, and you're expanding your business. And I mean, that's the other thing to keep in mind of why you want to do a really good job. If you're a contractor, you are your own business. You're now competing with all the other businesses out there that are trying to do the same thing. So if you, yes, you have that skills, but remember we talked about communication and attitude. If you can wow people with those two things, you're going to stand out above the competition.
Yeah, I mean, and what Nate is saying about the whole client side of bringing on other clients, it's the same with workers. FreeUp actually has an amazing affiliate program where, let's say that you come on as a worker and you do great and you're making some great money and you're able to go through, let's say in 6 months, you're able to go through the transition from being a server at a restaurant to then being a remote worker. Your friends see this happen and they're like, oh my God, Sally, how did you go through that? That's awesome. I'm so impressed and jealous that you're able to work from home now. And then you bring on them, so then they go through that transition, you bring them onto the FreeUp platform. So Nate, kind of tell us about, like, how does that work if Sally makes the transition, then brings on her other friends as workers onto the platform?
Yeah, so we have a client and worker affiliate program. Essentially, any clients you bring on, you make money for every hour that we bill to them forever. For workers, same thing. So we have lots of workers who have brought in outside clients and they make money on all the clients they brought in. And then also they'll recommend top people that they've worked with at other places, bring them in, and all of a sudden, every time we pay them out, they're making money on their own work, the client side and the worker side. So it's really a win-win-win for everyone. We get to grow the network with amazing people. We get to bring on great clients that leads to jobs for other people, and you kind of get what you put in. So it just leads to an amazing environment.
Yeah, and speaking of affiliates, if you are a worker right now and you have the skills necessary that you are already trained up, you're a graphic designer, you're a video editor, or whatever your skill set is, and you're like, I know I'm already working for Fiverr, or I'm working for Upwork or Freelancer, and you want to join FreeUp, they have a very long waiting line to get in as a worker. But if you mention this video, or you mention Ian, mention that you saw this video, Nate is going to put you to the front of the line, and you're going to have a lot shorter waiting line to become a worker, because we'll know that you are a legitimate worker. You've already done a little bit of vetting. So I mean, that's what FreeUp really does for their workers, is they vet them, they ask them a bunch of questions, they go through tests, and they make them jump through the hoops, because in the end, that's what they need to do in order to keep their clients happy.
Absolutely. I mean, we'll personally expedite it. We're all about referrals. We want people that have taken the time to watch these videos, to invest in becoming a free boss, and really take it to the next level and be serious about creating your own freelance business.
Definitely. So if you are not already a member of the Facebook group, go to freebosslifestyle.com. In there's a ton of information on how you can learn more about becoming a free boss, becoming a remote worker, becoming a work from home type of person. You can connect with other people that are maybe already free bosses, and you can pick their brain on how did they do it, what kind of skills do they have. So if you're watching this and you're not a member of the Facebook group, then you gotta join. Go to freebosslifestyle.com. Let's say that right now you're a server and you don't necessarily have the skills yet to make the transition. You've got to go to freeup.com. Again, that's 3 E's, so free, up.com. Do you want to say anything about what they can see on the website, or any kind of resources that you guys have on the website that they can learn from?
So the biggest thing that you can see on the website is all the skills that are out there. I mean, we're constantly adding skills to the network. You can take a look at it and be like, hey, I like this, I'm good at this, I'll stay away from this. And really break down where you can find your niche, because the only thing we put on the website is skills that there's actually demand for, and things that we actually offer to our clients and have clients that really need this. So take a look at that at the very least, be able to figure out what you need, then figure out how to learn those skills, where you can watch the videos, the courses, check out what Ian has to offer. And to me, that's the first step before you do anything else.
Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah, when you're looking and you're thinking, you're brainstorming how to become, what remote working skill do you want to offer, they actually do have a huge list of all these different skills, anywhere from web dev to customer support to graphic design to Shopify, and it's insane all the different type of jobs that you can offer just from being remote.
Exactly, and if you click on any job, we have pages that go into detail on exactly what it means, what it does and doesn't do, how you can follow terms of service so you do everything kosher. It's really a lot of great information that we put up there.
Definitely. So again, join the Facebook group, freebosslifestyle.com, go to freeup.com, and need anything else you want to add before we sign off?
No, I appreciate you having me. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah, man, thanks for taking the time, and thank you guys for watching, and we will see you in the next one.